My name is Megan Attow. I'm one of the behavior analysts at Albemarle County Public Schools. And we are here today to share some of the ways that we have been supporting students to learn to wear a mask at school. It has been a very difficult start to the year, and we know that wearing a mask is a challenging skill for some of our students. We know that it has been difficult for some families who have children who are learning to wear a mask, and we have been working very hard to figure out ways to support their children to learn that skill and to help them be successful at school. So today our goal is to really provide some information about the ways that we help support students, families, and teams, and maybe give some ideas to families on ways that they can also support their children and partner with us to help their child make progress.
A lot of kids with autism have sensory aversions, and so the fact that it's restricting their breathing, it's touching their ears, it might be itchy. They might attempt to use some challenging behaviors to kind of escape that sensory, that aversiveness. And so you can just kind of hit a roadblock as far as them wearing the mask.
Pause. Okay, time for mask.
Wait.
It's been a real challenge.
No.
It's been very, very hard for Luke to do. He does not do it very well, and even when we have to, he won't keep it on for very long right now. So it limits the ability to go out and go different places. With some of my other children who don't have the same kind of special needs, they're much more capable of wearing it.
Due to COVID-19 and the varying mask mandates, this skill of wearing a mask is ever more important in order for your child to be able to experience social, community, and educational settings. To reduce these aversions, a procedure called desensitization can be used. In a desensitization, a child is exposed to an aversive stimulus for increasing amounts of duration or intensity. Here is a general procedure that can be individualized to your child to teach them how to tolerate wearing a mask. In this video, you'll see the student Luke and his therapist Taylor working on the desensitization procedure with him. All right, Taylor, so we're gonna take baseline. We'll start at step 1, which is just holding it within 1 foot of his face, and you'll say good and mark your data sheet with a plus.
Okay, sounds good. All right, Luke, time for mask. Good.
Awesome. We'll do that again, but 6 inches in front of his face.
Time for mask. Good, Luke.
Awesome, Taylor. And then 3 inches.
Time for mask. Good.
Good job, buddy. All right, the next one's touching his face, covering slightly one cheek, and then remove it immediately.
Okay, should I loop it around his ear? Just
Not yet.
okay.
Good ask.
All right, time for mask. Good job.
Nice, Luke. So for baseline, we would typically take it across a couple different baselines and take the lowest step that occurred during any of the 3. When we're teaching at an intervention, we're gonna make sure that he's wearing it at the table and while playing and while walking, so that it's not just something he'll do sitting at a table. So the next ones are gonna be all the same of how you put it on and where it's sitting. It's just gonna be increased time criteria. So mouth and nose for 10 seconds. Okay. And so basically you're just kind of rewarding that they are tolerating higher and higher steps of that. So that's the main technique that we're using. And then just sometimes like isolating a reinforcer, which would mean a reward. So something like a specific video or maybe a sweet treat that they like, or something fun they get to do just for when they're wearing the mask and practicing with that. That can make it a little bit more preferable to work on it, and they might be more willing to work on it. So meeting the child where they're at and reinforcing or rewarding any kind of approximations toward that larger goal. It might be a slower process than you might first assume it's gonna take. So yeah, definitely just, I would say, meet them where they're at and work on it consistently, work on it slowly, don't just, try it 2 or 3 times in one day, but actually working on it for a longer stretch of time and giving them lots of opportunities to hopefully get toward the end goal.
And we want to build toward that skill slow enough that we're not causing the student to become full of anxiety about wearing a mask and refuse to wear it at all. So we're going to build on the skill of 3 seconds until we get to the point of wearing it for an hour or 2 hours. So we're not stuck at 3 seconds. We're continuing to move that line closer to our eventual goal. We just don't want to go from 3 seconds to 3 hours in one jump. That would be a little too abrupt for most people. So we want to ease into it to meet our goal and help everybody be successful. These strategies really apply to any child. So if your child is experiencing difficulty wearing a mask, please don't hesitate to reach out to your school principal for assistance.